So here we are, actually like standing on the yard of bricks here, thinking about the Indy 500. And today was media day. The driver's just 3 days away from racing in the 104th running of the Indy 500. Take a look at some of the pictures here today. Of course, former winners like Alexander Rossi ready to go to spend some time with guys like me here in the media, talk about Sunday's race. We got 8 former Indy 500 winners in this race, so we know it's going to be a competitive field for these drivers. And the drivers say, hey, there's nothing like winning the greatest spectacle in racing.
Under any circumstance, this is the race you want to win. So, I hope myself, my team, my family, all of us can be celebrating just down here, drinking some milk in a few days. It's getting nervous time, man. I'm starting to freak out a little bit. We've got to get going.
Everything is very perfect. So we have a great start, front row. We have a great car, but it's only after 499 miles. From the minute we rolled off the trucks, it's been like annoyingly smooth, and so I've been knocking every wood object I could find, and luckily Sunday wasn't actually the smoothest day for us. I'm like, okay, is that it? Do we get all of our bad stuff out of the way?
Meanwhile, over 130 golfers, including our guy, Graham Rahal, hit the links today with the hope of raising $300,000. Yeah, Turns for Troops helps fund education, rehabilitation, and life-changing technologies for military veterans with combat-related injuries.
A huge day for us in the foundation. This is our primary fundraiser that we do each and every year. I think this year, with the great support of all of our partners, everybody that's here, we still almost sold this thing out. We can't thank everybody enough. Obviously, it starts with United Rentals for helping us put this thing on, and it's been a big success over the years, so hopefully it'll keep going.
Wow, what a great job by Graham Rahal. Over $300,000 raised. Man, unbelievable. Bravo, Graham. Well, listen, we know no fans are able to come here on Sunday for the Indy 500. Our Charlie Clifford had a chance to catch up with two just legendary fans, when you think about it, who have been here so many times, missing out on Sunday.
The earliest memory I have, believe it or not, was in 1941. I was too young to remember the race, but the thing I remembered distinctly was a fire.
I remember the very first one I went to, the first race after the Second World War in 1946.
Head east out of Indianapolis and you'll find Tom Eaton of Dayton. Drive a little further, Richard Bennett appears in Pittsburgh. The road connecting the two, nearly a straight shot into the heart of Indianapolis 500 history.
I was identified by the track 4 or 5 years ago as being the race fan that's attended the greatest number of consecutive races. For me, it's looking like would have been 77.
Never. In 74 years, we never had the slightest problem getting there. Who would have thought a global pandemic, and I'm missing my 75th.
Richard Bennett and Tom Eaton, just like so many other race fans, will watch from home for the first time in their adult lives. Now, with us being on the sacred grounds, we wanted to try to lend them a hand. What happens to all these streaks?
For me, you guys are grandfathered in. This year doesn't count for that. Because actually, it's funny you say that. I mean, I know people who have been coming for 50 plus years. Like, oh, what about our streak? And you're like, I think you get a pass.
I just heard we're gonna have 1 million people camping outside or something, so they don't mess up their streak.
Inside these numbers is where the real stories live.
We start planning next year's race before we leave the track. We're in 3rd and 4th generations of this trip.
Well, I always get tears in my eyes over back home again. That is such a great thing.
Few places on earth are gifted generations of familiar guests, and 1 year away won't change anything at this place. Charlie Clifford, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.